Men and women are vastly different. Women can keep other beings in their bodies. They can have babies. They are connected to the rest of humanity in a way that men never will be. We can't even conceive of what that kind of intimacy and closeness is like. Breastfeeding a small baby, that kind of care and sharing, and the sacrifice that women go through to have babies. I mean, their beauty is everything. And sometimes that can really damage but they'll do it anyway. And they want that baby. And they just have an unbelievable connection to life and to other lives. And men are completely separate. We don't have that closeness. We like women because they give us a sense of that, and we came from women and we're used to being intimate with women because we were breastfed. And that's a place where we can go back to somewhat of that kind of connection. But for the most part, we'll kill anything and anybody and we don't care. And we are very, very different than women. And women and men need to realize that we are both equal halves of the whole and that we need to learn from each other. And that's how we need to approach the relationship between male and female, is not with all this bitterness and anger because the other side is different and we don't understand them, but with an openness and a willing to incorporate some of that into our consciousness, because that will help both sides grow. And we will still be different and we will always be different, but the other side will temper that difference and make it finer and make it advance. If you learn from the compassion and the love and caring of women as a man, then you can direct your hatred and anger to something greater. And you'll still have the hatred and you'll still have the anger because that is who you are. But you can direct it to something that can, something larger, something better than just, killing. You can direct it towards killing people for the right reasons instead of killing just someone because you're mad, because it can help you learn to calm your emotions, wait for the right time. And women can learn, I'm not really sure because I'm not a woman. I don't know what they need to learn from us, but I am married and my wife says that, I tell her about all the things I learned from her and she says, I learned just as much from you. And she doesn't talk as much as I do. So I'm not exactly sure what she learns. And I don't have the being of a woman. So I can't imagine, to me, they look complete, which is part of the problem. Is to each side, the other side looks, they're so wonderful because they're so different. And, that's so engaging. It's hard to see that they too have flaws and problems, and so that can sometimes create an animus when you're at loggerheads because you feel like they're perfect and they should act perfect, and then they don't, and they're flawed, and it doesn't matter what side you're talking about. The other side is flawed and different and full of very, very valuable information.